Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, LinkedIn. What's up, y'all? It's me and Tony. We are just hanging out live. So for y'all, last week I did not go live. I showcased Lindsay Sparkle's um, High Vibe Zone episode, which was really awesome. So hopefully you guys got a chance to watch that. Shout out to Lindsay. What's up, Tony? How you doing?
I am good. I am good. I was just looking around in here. This is cool. I like the yellow. It definitely
Ah,
does give you the high vibrations. It's
yeah.
pretty cool.
The yellow is a nice little touch. Yeah, I mean, like I told you, I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do the live this month. Um, Taking a break. I've been doing it since, I don't know, it has been 8 months now, possibly 8 months now.
Yeah, yeah. No, I
Really?
know. I know. After we met, I was looking at our first video together, and that was about like 9 months ago. And I
Yeah.
know you started doing it, and you were one of the people where I was just like, man, everybody. This is what I was complaining. Everybody's getting alive, but me. What's up with that? Like big time, like
Uh,
pouting about
but
it.
now you have live, right? Do you
Yeah.
have live now?
Yeah, I do, and I went on it a few times just kind of look around. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like it. I
Do
like it.
you?
It to me is more intimate. Like you have people, that'll jump on and they can interact with you,
Yeah.
one on one. So that's what I like about it.
When do you go on? Do you have like a set time, or do you just go on when you feel it, or like what's your cadence?
It's all when I feel the inspiration.
Yeah,
Like
I like
like
that.
look, and I know that with a lot of people, they're like, oh, you have to be consistent. You have to be, do it a certain day or do it a certain time. And for me, like that's not the way that I live my life. So for me, it's like, if I see somebody like yourself where I'm just like, I'm truly inspired by them. Hey,
Hmm.
when can we talk? When can we have a conversation? It'll be on their schedule, and I'm cool with that.
I
You know
like
what I mean? I'm cool with that, and that's just kind of the space that I'm in. And I'm sure, as I evolve as a person, that will change. But for right now, I like it being liquid. You know what I mean? I'm not
Yeah.
out chasing, like big names or anything like that. They're coming, but I don't know. I just like that feeling it being organic, right?
Yeah, I like that. And then, I think and it's helping me think about like, because again, like I said, I've been thinking like, what do I want to, how often do I want to do it? I've really enjoyed going live. I've really enjoyed the conversations. Maybe switching up my cadence a bit. I really do appreciate that uh insight. You're just, man, I love talking to you. But let's not forget our encouraging. What's up, James? Like, oh my gosh, James is cool, man.
Yeah,
Do you know James?
yeah, I know him. Yeah, I
Okay.
like. Hey, I'll look at some of the stuff that James posts, and I'm like, man, they gonna come for you. But I love that though. I love that. I think that's amazing. Yeah, he
Yeah.
has some really good content.
James,
Very good content.
Do you ever get shade on LinkedIn? Let us know in the comments. Like I've, anyway, I'm not gonna go there, but let us know, James, if you get shade for the
There's
stuff
no
that
way.
you.
There's no way he don't.
Okay, all right,
There's
well.
no No, but I love it. I love the different voices out there that are
Yes.
speaking up and
Yeah.
speaking out for injustices, and that's what it takes. It
Yes.
takes all of us to
Yes.
speak out and speak up, because
Yeah.
if not, you know what I mean. If not, then there you go. Only in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, shade is shade, baby.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting is I'm working with a client partner, and they have someone that does like DEI work. And as you know, I'm not DEI, I'm more culture and inclusion, like anthropology, kind of on that end. So the language that I use is a little bit different. And as I was talking to the company that's looking at her work and my work, I said, you know, all we need to do is align on definitions and how we frame things. If we're trying to say the same message, for example, I don't use anti-racism. I don't use words like minority. That's like my thing. I don't agree with those words. But if she uses those in her practice, all we need to let the culture know is these are two separate approaches that are all aligning to the same thing. So it's a really interesting, and I love the collective of voices because, you know, I'm going to reach somebody in a different way. You're going to reach somebody in a different way. James is going to reach somebody in a different way. And those somebodies can do something around what is happening in this world. So I think that's a really good approach.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think like looking at the content that James have, looking at what you do and what I do, it's all like different spectrums, and it's hitting people in different areas. And I definitely, I appreciate that. I appreciate, you know, the different voices, right? How cool is that?
Yeah, super, super cool. Oh, okay. All right, James, not really a fan of anti-racism. Haven't found another way to say it. We should have a conversation about this one, Tony. One day we got to talk about this because I've left out little nuggets, you know, in the article "Be Less White," where talk a little bit about not using that word anti-racism, and you know, maybe we'll do a deeper topic. But thank you for sharing that, James. That's awesome.
I was gonna say, I think that's dope because a lot of people, even like myself, even from just you and I beginning our friendship, I've changed a lot of the things that I say, right? I changed a lot of things that I say, but in order to do that and to be in that rim, you have to be willing to do that. It's almost like being a jar that has a lid on it. You have to open that lid. And I think a lot of people, they're afraid to open that lid because it leaves them vulnerable. And it's just like, okay, you're correcting me. So does that mean that you're saying that I'm a bad person? Does that mean that? And it's just like, no, I remember getting off of a live one day and I was like, you know, I was telling my wife, I was like, that was what Charisse said. That was pretty deep. I love that. I received that. You know what I mean? But it's about learning from each other. And that's what it's about. It's about learning.
It is. Okay, I'm going to pull real quick our encouraging card and we're going to talk about it for a minute. Okay, I haven't seen it. What is it? Kindness matters.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What a great card. And going with kindness, yes, James, let's definitely talk about this. Maybe we could have James on the live.
Let's do it.
That would be dope. I would love to do a live with you, James. And then he talks about based on Mother Teresa's wisdom. I like it, which leads us into our encouraging card of the day.
Yeah.
Kindness matters. What does that mean to you, Tony?
I think for me, right, and I'm gonna put it back to what we were talking about before, as far as like getting like hate in the DMs and just like hate like in general. I get it all the time on all social media platforms, and I'm not just saying that because it sounds cute, but I know I don't think like everybody else, and I know that. Whoa, what happened?
Oh, you're all good.
Oh, okay.
You're all good.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Yeah, my bad. But I know that, you know, I don't think like everybody else, and I know that I move a little bit different. So I get hate for that. I get hate for not fitting into, you know, certain norms. And what I've come to discover is that word kindness, right? That word kindness will end that faster than anything. Like I'll get somebody to say, hey, Tony, you're this, you're that. I can't believe you said this. And I'll say, I love you. I love you. You know, I love you. And I know that, you know, you're coming from a place of love, and maybe you were hurt at one point, but it's that kindness that can just change everything. It's that kindness, you know, when our kids are throwing a fit, you know, we throw a fit with them, right? We're in the middle of that cyclone. So for me, it's just like, hey, I can see where you're coming from, and I can see where, you know, you might be getting this or you might be getting that, but this is how I feel. Do you understand how I feel? And that's what being kind is understanding, not attacking, and just absorbing it, right? Absorbing it and being present in the moment. What about you? What do you think of when you think of kindness?
Well, I love everything that you said, and I want to point out that that is definitely a parenting tactic. If your kid falls out, you fall out with them, and just ride that wave. But for me, actually downstairs I have like this word board, and ever since I got it, I have "be kind" on there. And for what I think is it reminds me of the quote, if you have the choice of being right or being kind, choose kind. And kindness makes up so much, or could make up so much of our relationships and our interactions. And sometimes I don't want to be kind, and it's usually because I'm hurt or I'm tired or I'm frustrated with something. But that bit of kindness just changes everything, and it's contagious. Kindness is contagious. And so seeing this card, kindness matters, it's like, absolutely, kindness matters in everything that you can do. And everyone has the ability to be kind in whatever capacity they can. So kindness is a non-exclusive thing. It's very inclusive. And I just think about that quote again, right or kind, and choose kind. And sometimes I'm really great at it and sometimes I'm not, but then I recognize, oh, that wasn't too kind. Let me go back and fix that. And yeah, I like being kind. I think that's one of, when I was doing some journaling, I was like, that's one of my values is kindness. It just reminds me of being more open to differences, or differences of opinions, and not taking on the negativity, and just being able to hold that space for all options and still being kind. And
Yeah.
like you said, if someone, because you're right, you're not exaggerating when you talk about you get shade on your stuff. I mean, think about our first video together. Those comments were not kind and very ruthless. And even though our message was completely, didn't warrant that, but you show up kind, and I feel like you heal yourself even if you don't receive kindness. Like if you can respond with "I love you," or "you know what, that's how you feel, I understand," and just not receive that, you start to heal from that too. So I like that.
Yeah, and it makes you feel better. It makes you feel better too. There's this documentary, Happy. Have you ever seen that?
Have I seen it?
It's good. Like you've probably seen it, like while you're like scrolling. It's like it's like clouds, and then there's like I don't know how I can describe it. It looks like a smiley face in clouds. That's like it. You've seen it probably like scrolling through Netflix, but they talk about in that documentary, talking about how being kind to others like is really like the root of all happiness. And they're talking to people in third world countries that are happy. Oh, my man Eric, what's up, Eric? They're talking to people that are happy, and from my lens, I'm looking at this, and I'm just like, how are they happy? Like they're going through this and they're going through that, but it's that kindness that they have, the kindness in that community that have is what's putting them in that state of happiness. And that's what I chase. I chase so much is, that's one of the things that I say to myself in the morning is, in order for this to work, and I'm just saying this as far as everything that is me, everything that is everybody, right? Kindness has to be like above the board. Kindness has to be the main focus.
Yeah, I think when you have kindness, everything else aligns energetically. It's like respect, love, patience, forgiveness, all of those things. And I love what your boy Eric said. We teach our kids kindness, then don't always make it a priority. That is interesting, because do as I say, not as I do, right? It's I don't know how you parent, Tony, but I'm a little bit of like an old school type parent with my kids.
Does
And
that mean?
no, actually not that old
No,
school.
I know.
I know, no, not that old school, but like I'm talking about like the look old school,
Yeah.
like mama don't play old school kind of thing. But I always teach them to prioritize how they treat themselves and how they treat others.
Yeah.
And because that's so important. And so for example, if the baby's still learning how to share, I'll tell the older one, you got to be kind and teach them, because that's how they're going to learn. Again, it's that concept of Ubuntu. It's I learn how to be human through your humanness. So I use the kids, all 5 of them, as ripples to really teach the younger one. And my husband had told me one day they went to the park and there was a baby that was probably a few months younger than baby Mikey. And baby Mikey seemed to be very protective over this baby.
Baby Mikey is cute, by the way. He's a cute little dude. I like him.
Baby Mikey's dope. Yeah, he's awesome. But like he was like protecting the baby. Like he was like making sure that she didn't like fall. And he kind of got a little overprotective, but he learns that through his other siblings that are trying to protect him. And so we reciprocate that. And kindness is the same thing. Oh my God, we got some really good comments here. Dysfunction does not understand when someone can center themselves in the middle of chaos and stress. Yeah. Joy is always accessible. I like that.
Yes, it is.
And we got another one here. It might be too early, but kindness could be a pandemic if we choose and accept it. Oh,
I'm saying that quote. I love that, brother.
Okay, that one. I love that. Can we make this like a meme?
What's funny? I just screenshotted that. Oh. I'm already on it. That is
okay.
Dope.
Thank you.
I love that.
Yes. Let's please make that a meme somewhere, like definitely in the recap, because that is great, Eric. Yes. And then grounded would have been a better word than centered. Hey, it's all of these words that you guys are saying are amplifying this message that we're talking about. So thank you. Thank you. So, okay, kindness. Maybe let's shift a little bit. What have you been up to?
I've been working. I've been working. Yeah. I've been working. And I think, I don't know. I think my body has kind of taken a toll of it. But yeah, oh my God, I've been working. Like I've never worked before. I was just talking to my wife the other day, and I was just telling her, it was just one of those moments. You ever have those moments where you just like your eyes get watery for some reason, and you just because you're reflecting, right?
Yeah.
I was telling my wife, I was like, man, you know what's funny is I've never worked as hard as I'm working before, and I'm not like glorifying the work hard, coach or whatever, work until you die. I'm not right. But like I love my work. It's something that I love. But I was just telling her I've never worked this hard before in my life to get more proficient at my job. To reach out to people about what it is that I do, and I'm like, I am working hard, and I love every moment of it. And then I showed her this comment that I got. I think it was like a testimonial, and I was like, not like the ugly cry, but I was just like, this. Okay, it was ugly, but I was just like, babe, like this is why I work so hard. To hear somebody, tell you that you've changed their life, or somebody that you're connected with that changed their life. Like it's all worth it, and that's what I mean when I say I've been working hard. Not only on myself, but working hard. And pouring into others, which is, oh my God, it feels so good. I love just being able to drop what I'm doing, in a moment to be there for somebody. And Yeah, it's been a whirlwind. It has been a whirlwind. There's some stuff that I don't know, like my life is like changed right now, and it's all for the good. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Man, you know what? I love this because we haven't talked in a few weeks and everything, but I witnessed your journey.
Yeah.
And to hear you say that, I'm in love with the purpose and the passion and what you are doing. And I'm just in this moment sending you such a blessing of abundance and prosperity, because I remember where you were before this, and like, this is exactly where you're supposed to be. And I'm so excited for you and for your wife and for just the legacy that you're leaving and showing for your children. It's just
Yeah.
amazing, phenomenal. And it's just like, I feel like I have like almost this front row seat with my popcorn, and I'm like watching this greatness unfold. So I love that.
I appreciate you saying that. A lot of people just own the ugly cry. It happens. Yeah, there's sometimes, man, you can't even control it because
No.
it's just like it hits you. But I know we talked about this on live before, but just in case anybody else is listening, the moment, the anxiety, you probably didn't want to get into it, maybe because maybe think I'm being shy or something.
No, let's go. Let's go.
But the moment that that you're talking about, I remember, us talking. It was after I had you on my show, and just being totally like in love with my extracurricular activities, the things that I do on my breaks, the things that I do on my lunch, and me just having like just getting to this point where, I think I'm like the number 3, number 4 in a company, and ever since I got out of the Marine Corps, I'm like, you know what? Because this is what was ingrained in me, was to always to get promoted, to go to the next step. And I looked in the mirror one day and I just said, man, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. And it was probably about 2 or 3 days after, I had told this to my boss. I'm just not happy. I know what it is. I told you guys what it is. Like it was, for me, it's always about the people. It's always about the people. So that's where I was at. And they basically were like, tell us the number, because I was a performer, right? Tell us the number and we'll make it happen. And I'm just like, it's not about a number. It's about me. It's about the people. And I remember being in my car. It was 2 people I talked to. I think I called my grandma. Well, 3. I was on the phone with my grandma. I just did tell her what was going on with me internally, but I just needed to hear her voice. And I was talking to my wife, and we talked. And then I remember talking to you because we had text or something. And the same thing that I echoed to my wife, I was just like, is it bad that if I get, like, I want to get fired right now? Is it bad because, and not because, I want to be a crappy employee. And then I'm like, I know that they won't fire me because I live and breathe this place. I'm giving everything I have to this place, but I'm not giving everything I have, to myself. I'm not giving everything that I have, like, as far as like hitting my, like, and like hitting my purpose. And that just, oh my God, I was wrecked because of it. And then like, I think maybe like 10 years before that or something, I probably would look at myself and be like, dude, like, you're so privileged. Like, you're such, like, you're crying about nothing. This is nothing. But in that moment, it was just like, I'm trying to figure out how to be effective. I'm trying to figure, like, in my marriage and with my kids and with my friends and just with the community that I built. And I remember walking away, and I remember having that conversation with you, and you telling me about your journey. And man, it inspired me so much. And I'm not just saying that because I'm wearing the shirt, right? But oh my God, it inspired me so much. And I'm just like, if she can do it, I can do it. And this is, yes, I work really hard to get to where I'm at, but this is not where I belong. And I remember making that jump. So that's what I thought about. I thought about that. I think about that all the time, like that moment of just, being vulnerable and just saying it. Like, this is not for me. I'm not following my purpose. And then like, you know, to this point, like we're, you know, it's the middle, well, the beginning of the day for us, and we're on the live doing what we both love. Like, how cool is that? And I think you're a corporate runaway too, right?
Yeah, what was it? What were we? April?
Yeah.
Yeah. Last year I left the job that I was my VP title, my, you know, 6-figure, and I couldn't be more fulfilled.
Yeah.
It's been awesome. And I love your journey. And it was so funny because while you were going through yours, I was like, oh, I can see the signs. Like you can feel something else drawing you. And that's so awesome. I was scrolling something and briefly saw
you spoke it. I don't know if you remember that. You spoke it. You said that I feel like something amazing is getting ready to happen. I don't want to make it about me because it's you. That's what I want to celebrate you. You know what I mean? Go ahead. I'm sorry. I cut you off.
No, it's all good. And I received that. Yeah. You know, I was scrolling and I saw something from Gary Vee, and he basically was like, 68% of people can't wait for the week to end. Like, that's not a good thing. If you're like, I can't wait for Friday, I can't wait for the weekend. What the heck are you doing with your Monday through Thursday?
Yeah.
You know, it's there is no, life is not linear. We are not linear beings. There is no like direct thing. Go where you're drawn and everything will show up and be provided for you. But it's like, there's this concept, I forget his name off the top of my head, but he basically says, believe it and then you will see it.
Yeah, that is, who is that?
It was, I can see his face. He passed away.
Earl Nightingale?
No, not him. Let me,
because I know Earl Nightingale is, you become what you think about.
Yes. I'm looking it up right now.
Going to the good old Google.
I'm doing the Google because I listened to Wayne Dyer. Wayne Dyer. You'll see it when you believe it. So absolutely. And so, you know, I mean, this is definitely for another live conversation, but like that journey, and mind you, I'm the only income for our household of 7 in the Bay Area. So what I did was
anybody that I know that say that they're going to move to where you live at, I'm just like, why would you want to do it? Because of pride, everything. But yeah, go.
What I did was against all the textbooks.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm doing is breaking all the rules. It's like, I'm not here to play. Like I have so much that I want to say, what makes my heart sing, what breaks my heart. And that is the drive. That is the thing that has really helped navigate. And then, like you said, inspired you, which you were inspiring others. And like, again, this ripple effect that's happening. Oh my gosh, James, you just, we definitely need to do something with him because I'm really enjoying it. Yes. We are corporate runaways. Yes. Wayne Dyer. And nice. Wayne Dyer is fire. Like, I take a lot of stories from him. I love how he talks about different things like paradigms and willing suspension of disbelief and story about truth. He's absolutely amazing. Here's another thing. All of the wisdom and everything that you need is already out there, and it's in different places. Sometimes the movie Soul, we talked about that, you and I, one time.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful movie that really paints the picture of you don't need to live this linear life. And in fact, it's not even linear. So stop trying to make it linear, you know? So I love, again, just witnessing your journey. And every time I think about you, I send light and love and just abundance and prosperity for what you're doing, because I know that a bit of that grit you have from being a Marine, from your experience in corporate, combined with this new or just renewed understanding of what you're here to do, you're unstoppable. You're unstoppable.
I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah.
But there are moments.
Oh, yeah.
there are moments.
They
Yeah.
are moments.
Yeah. And that's one thing that with starting a business, like you never think about. You never think about, like, I have so much appreciation for, the guys in IT that I would make fun of all the time, because I would go in their office and I would just be like, hey, my computer's not working. I can't log on. And it was just like, the end of the world for me at sometimes, right? But they would give me this long answer and this long equation. I'm like, just make it work. But now I get that because I'm my own IT department, right? And something as simple as getting your email to be connected to your domain, or working at, quality control for your website, which still ain't freaking which still ain't the way that I want it. But I have so much appreciation for all the different team members and stuff like that, because it's just me, just like but you have a team now, which I think is amazing. I think that is amazing.
Yeah, shout out to the tribe. Hey, tribe. Hey, like, they are amazing. Like, I don't know how I got so blessed with these amazing humans, but I still do my own IT. I actually know how to build computers. It's my hidden talent. Yes. So my dad, growing up, so I'm a huge gamer, and growing up, my dad.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Really? That's cool. That is so cool.
Yeah. So growing up, my dad was into computers, and I remember building desktop computers and just making my way through things. So I'm actually very good technically when it comes to figuring things out. I'm not so great when it comes to like Instagram and figuring out stuff there, but when it comes to like motherboards and different things like that, I'll geek out on there.
That's crazy. I wish I would have knew that.
No, because then you would have been calling me to fix your eyes.
I thought I was tech savvy, but there's some stuff where I'll call my 12-year-old and my 9-year-old, and they'll give me like a master class on the spot.
Yeah.
On stuff, eat like really quick. Yeah.
That's dope.
That's cool. I love looking at your journey. Looking at your journey, the things that you've been through. And I'm glad that we're talking about this, because I know, I can say I know there's a lot of people in that situation where they're trying to figure out not just like what they're going to do with their career, but what they're going to do with their life. And, they might have something that's tugging at them. It's almost like, when you be at church growing up and the pastors say, I feel like something is tugging at some of the parts that are out there. That's how I feel right now, because I remember seeing the eyes and seeing the faces of the people that were on the verge of greatness, but for whatever reason, it was something that was holding them back. It could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be a spouse, it could be themselves. But I just remember seeing those people and just saying like, oh my God, like, you have to understand that greatness is within the inside of you. So like, don't be afraid to jump. And it's easier said than done, because when, the same token, somebody like me, at the ledge, right? At the ledge, and the only thing and the only person I can believe in myself, I come to that same point where I'm just like, oh my God, I'm afraid to jump. And then somebody else come and tell me the same thing. Yeah. And that's why I'm glad that we're talking about this today, is because I know that for whatever reason, like I feel like there's a lot of people out there that are going through the same thing. Do I start a business? I really like seeing people post stuff online. I can do that. Or, I can study this, or my workplace, can stand to be a little bit better as far as, including other people. I can step up. I can do this. Like, it's like, yes, you can. And all you have to do is just start taking the steps. A lot of people say, build your parachute on the way down, right? I don't believe in that. But what I'm saying is, prepare, right? Prepare, know that your parachute is packed, and do the very best you can, and then jump for whatever it is that you're going through or, growing through, right?
Growing through. Yeah. Again, this is the journey that we signed up for when we got into our bodies. So, and then just for anyone listening, there's a 1 in 4 trillion chance that you exist in this space and time. So know that there is some deep pull for you to be the best that you can be. I love the book The Alchemist, where it talks about when you want something, the universe conspires to help you get it. And for anyone listening, my story, Tony's story, like, think about, maybe you don't want to start a business, but maybe you want to really help communities, or maybe you want to help birth babies, or maybe you want to do, like, whatever that is for you. There is space in this world. We have not lived long enough for the word impossible to be used. And so just like, go for it, go for it, go for it. And I love everything that you said. So like, +1, everything you said, Tony, and then got James here. Yes. Gamer. No, I have not dived into the AMD. I'm on that. Yeah. Right? You're like, wait.
What are y'all talking about?
I'm not there yet, Tony. Not there yet, James. We'll talk about that later. But this business is from our perspective, it's critical. Does that mean
you guys are awesome?
The business now? Okay, I'm gonna message James later today, and we'll get him on the live. But I'm gonna start wrapping this up because I gotta get ready for this workshop.
Yeah. What about the workshop?
Man, it's how to become a racist. I'm beaming. Like, I'm so ready to. I just got done about a week or so ago with one, ending the 3rd series of the workshop, and now I'm doing this for AccuWeather. And
man, that's so cool.
How dope is that? I'm so excited. I
love that they are like coming of age and they're like, we need this. I think that is freaking cool.
Oh man, they're the ones that dance first. I mean, I think this is where companies, it's so fascinating because I was like, wow, there's going to be people from this company that has How to Become a Racist on their calendars. Like, I'm so stoked.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about this, and it's been just a journey. I mean, you were there. You were one of the first people that I talked to about this workshop. So, that was the one you got all the shade from.
Yeah, no, definitely. Definitely. And I think it's amazing. Definitely that would, did you say How to Become a Racist?
Yes. James. James, there's so much you should know. There's so much we need to catch up on because yes, I am a gamer and I have a workshop called How to Become a Racist. It is dope. So, and
I like it because it's not what a lot of people would think. I think a lot of people thought that it was a workshop of shaming.
Yeah.
Or the content that is shaming, but it's not. It's not at all. It's uplifting and it's understanding, and like you're gonna walk away a better human. Yeah.
Oh, everyone should take this workshop. Every single human should take this workshop. So let's wrap up. Some final words. What say you?
I would just say, anybody that's watching this, go out there and do your best. Do your best. I know in this day and age, we see what other people are doing, and we're like, I should be there, or I should be doing this. And I fall into that trap too, where I'll see other people in my field, and I'm like, that's cool. That's where I need to be. How come I'm not there? Right. And I think that's human. I think we need to acknowledge that and stop it because we are human. We are human, and we need to be kinder to ourselves and allow us to grow and, stop looking at other people's, destiny while we're in the middle of our journey and like pinning that against our life. I want us to stop doing that. I think that this world would be a better place if we we're kinder to ourselves.
I love that. And I wish we had more time because I want to tell you, I've named the unkind voice Otis.
Otis.
And
Like
I've named my bias Bianca.
bias Bianca.
So whenever I have to deal with the bias or some unkind words, I can address it. And I'll be like, Otis, not today. Not right now.
So you're in the so you're in the grocery store, like, okay, not today, Otis, not today.
I'll be like, nope, Otis, not right now. Nope, I am more than enough in this moment. I'm getting better and better and better each and every day. Or if a bias comes up, I'm like, Bianca, let's talk a little bit about that. Does that really?
Because we all have a Bianca, right? And hey, I'm like that friend that's keeping you. I know you got to go. I'm like that friend that's like keepking you on the phone. No, don't go yet. Don't go yet. What about this?
We'll talk about this next time. Let's do this next time. Let's definitely talk about. Oh, James, you are so sweet. Yes, thank you. I work on that. We definitely need more time. But we're gonna end our live, and we'll do this again some other time for sure.
Sounds good. It was good seeing you.
Yeah, it was so good to see you. Your face, just your words, your voice, just makes me happy. Brings light to my heart. Okay, one more, James. Yes, Otis and Bianca. Everyone should name it. You know, we all have it. We all have a bias, so why not name it? We all have negative words that are said to us. Why not just give that a name so we can move on? More on that.
Biases. I think I'm gonna name my bias Bob. I like Bob.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah, rhyming helps. Rhyming helps. So yeah,
Bob and Beatrice. No,
Bob and Beatrice. Sounds like a couple, right?
Yeah.
Marriage. Okay. Well, thank you to James and Eric who showed up on the comments and just showing up to the High Vibe Zone. Thank you for everybody that has watched live, everyone that is watching the recap. This has been just Tony and I catching up in the High Vibe Zone, LinkedIn Live. So before we let you go, just want to send you guys a blessing of light, love, and gratitude. Thank you so much for being with us in the High Vibe Zone. Tony, don't go anywhere. I'm going to close us out in the live. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful rest of your day, everyone. Bye.